Hello, you lovely people. Now, you may have just seen on the Sun Online that there is a story about Taylor Swift filming a Christmas video in London this week. Well, I can confirm it's true because I was one of the photographers who was trying to get pictures this week. Now, on Monday, we headed over to the Mild May Club in Stoke Newington because I had a great tip, may I add, that she was filming at this club a Christmas-themed music video. Apparently, it's from one of the songs from the album, but it is Christmas-themed, and she's got various guests on this music video, one being Lewis Capaldi. Now, they'd set up the Mild May Club, from what I can understand, as a sort of office party, Christmas party. They had Christmas trees, they've got eggnog, they've got streamers, they had glitter. I mean, one of the guests, I believe Taylor, got covered in glitter and they were trying to get it off. They had grape juice as champagne, as I say, banana milkshake as eggnog. Now, knowing this was all going on, I couldn't believe it. I thought, this is fantastic. Like, we're going to get great pictures. There's a pavement. Oasis had filmed at the same venue a few months ago and they just walked straight out into cars. I was like, this is what's going to happen. We're going to get pictures. It's going to be great. No one's going to see us. There's a park opposite. We can just stand in the park, pull the cameras out, get our pictures, go home. This is going to be great. But as you will see from my pictures, they were well prepared. They knew what they were doing and they didn't want pictures. They didn't want anyone knowing who was at the Mild May Club in Stoke Newington. And they used big screens, they used umbrellas, and they used about 10 close protection security guards to ensure that every inch and every second was covered so that nobody, absolutely nobody, would know what was going on. So we got no pictures. We got some pictures of some screens. We got some pictures of some umbrellas and we knew who was there. But even people who were there weren't using their names. They were referred to as 1, 2, 3, 4. That's how the cast were referred to. So tail between our legs, we ended up going home with no pictures, but we did have a tip for day 2. That was the Whitgift Centre in Croydon. So we'd gone from Stoke Newington in North London down to Croydon in South London. Now, the Whitgift Centre is a shopping centre. I thought this was going to be easy. They're going to be in a shopping centre, walking around. The Whitgift Centre's open. We're going to get pictures. We're going to do this. This is going to be easy. It's going to be great. It's going to be fantastic. Nope, nothing. Nothing. No pictures. Big white screens set up inside the Whitgift Centre. They closed half of the Whitgift Centre and paid off all the businesses in there to shut for the day so they could film. Outside where they would go in, the car park was surrounded on 4 sides and then they used the same white Harris fencing to cover it inside so they could pull the cars up to the doors, use screens, umbrellas. No one could get any pictures. No one would see who was going in or coming out. So we sat there all day and watched the comings and goings. But again, no pictures, no nothing. And that's the way it goes, you know, it's Taylor Swift. She is one of those celebrities, I would say is probably one of the hardest nowadays to photograph. If she doesn't want to be photographed, pretty much guarantee you're not going to get a picture. And you know what? We have to respect that. If that's her choice, that's her choice. And, you know, you can't make it happen. You can't magic it happen. It's just the way it is. And that's her prerogative. And she's allowed to do that. As frustrating as it is for us, she is allowed to do it. So Wednesday was a house in Ruislip. So off we went Wednesday to a house in Ruislip. And much the same as Monday and Tuesday, screens, umbrellas, and no pictures. And that's it, really. That's how it went down. That's how it went down all week. And on Friday, she flew out. She got a private jet. Let's not forget, this is a girl who owns her own £40 million private jet and uses other companies' private jets so that she can't be seen. She wants to be private. She really, really does. And you have to respect that. If she doesn't want to give a picture up, she doesn't give a picture up. So she flew on a private jet Friday out of Farnborough and she flew to Kansas, where I think she picked up the fella, and then they flew on to Tennessee straight away. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is a week of Taylor in London. There's no pictures, there's no anything, and we tried. But this video is the reality that sometimes when you've got a tip and you know where people are, you just can't get it. You just can't see it. And it doesn't matter how hard you try. If that celeb doesn't want you to get it, you're not getting it. So we leave you with the pictures. We've left you with the video. Enjoy it. Run this up. Taylor Swift fans, hopefully we've given you a bit of an insight and you can look forward to the video. Hopefully we haven't ruined anything and Taylor Swift gets to keep her video a bit of a secret. But that's life, that's this job, and that's how we roll.